follows as if it were my shadow. I reach you, your head's in the clouds, you're barefooted, there are sharp rocks, before us love's grave lies, smoke and humor. We've enough road now, you joke. Let's dance!
Ralph Delaney was a nonviolent activist, an anti-poverty activist, a community arts organizer who dedicated his whole life, like Daniel, to the pursuit of justice. Well, he was attacked, and while in a coma, Daniel wrote his poem. While Ralph was in a coma, Daniel wrote his poem, "Saints in the City," and Ralph unfortunately passed as a result of that attack.
This is for Ralph Delaney. There are saints in the city moving through the streets through sadness and shadow. No fiery chariot from the sky, only an ordinary beat-up station wagon, earthbound, moving toward the fires along the picket line at Greyhound, where the homeless joining hands with strikers keep warm, keep watch, keep it together. Till out of the ordinary, not a miracle of doves bring peace, but carte blanche comes love's daily bread, as light as a bird in the hand. These are the saints who used the pot that didn't melt to make the soup, to take to the heart of the city, there at Public Square in the shadow of the tower, amid the rats, the abatements, the greed, they weather the cold midnight air. Yes, there are saints in the city, moving through sadness and shadow, through the projects with crayons and food, looking, listening for beauty, for the art of the people, for the poetry of the soul fired up, hungering in poverty for the light of justice. How ironic, Ralph. In the plain dealer's headline, you're labeled a social worker. How often they, along with administrators, police, public officials, hold attitudes that epitomize an insensitivity toward the poor, that dehumanized spirit you sought to overcome. They also call you a friend of the poor. But if every day you eat with the poor, sleep with the poor, walk and talk, breathe with the poor, you are the poor, friendly or not. Come out of your coma, Ralph. Speak to us. We know if you could, your first words will forgive your enemies and those who beat you. You'd wish to teach them to fight like Gandhi and King. Ralph, this may not be the right time, but we confess you often bore us with your constant talk about the poor in jail, on the street, in the projects where you work, where you live. But Ralph, come back, bore us again, and this time, forgive your friends.
Daniel's been involved in poetry here in Cleveland for a long time. I mean, way before we opened the bookstore here in Coventry. He probably, I mean, he used to love to plan readings all over town, and he would do all kinds of different things. Probably best known for Junkstock, which was a combination of art, music, and poetry, and it was at the Pearl Road Auto Wrecking. It ran for I think 10 years, and at first it was like a 24-hour thing, and in the last couple years it was noon to midnight, and there was a stage. It was like a flatbed truck, and that's where the musicians and the poets would perform. And then inside Pearl Road Auto Wrecking there would be art installations set up, and also outside in the junkyard. And so it was just great to be able to go there, and it was kind of like a poetry art picnic. It was great to be able to spend the day there, and Daniel was the driving force behind that.
Does Barber's Rough Rider, our road warrior, Hieronymus Bush, when not dwelling on his version of the New World Order, share our deja vu vision of hell, the long nightmare of a quicksand trap as he plays God and his god-awful game of golf on the Persian rug in his Oval Office, sending his Nintendo Luftwaffe, his desert stormtroopers over there to raise sand, to rock the cradle of civilization, to bomb the Garden of Eden. He's taken his fellow American hostage in this new Babylonian captivity, but is he really so damn mad at Saddam for giving him the chance to kick ass in the mother of all battles? I bet he shakes up the sheikhs. Aren't they wondering in their secret hearts whether he'll make a desert out of their desert? Blow away every oasis, smoke every camel. Will the Euphrates flow through Hades? O Tigris, Tigris burning bright in the rocket's red glare in the Orwellian night, bombs bursting in air. Look, stars over the desert. Listen, wish I may, Bush is praying, wish I might.